I've caramelized my gray hair with a hot tool. I have stained it by using the wrong product. And I've watched other women make similar and even worse mistakes with their own gray hair. So today I'm breaking down 9 bad habits that are silently ruining your gray hair and what to do instead. Let's start with one that many of us do without even thinking: vigorously drying or scrubbing your hair. This was my norm for almost 50 years, but I eventually figured out it's a great way to break your hair. A better solution is just to wrap your hair in a cotton or microfiber hair towel and let it sit for 15 to 20 minutes before styling. There are many great hair towels on the market, like this hair turban or this cotton towel, but if you don't want to spend any money, you don't have to. A cotton t-shirt works just as well. I'll put a link to a tutorial about wrapping your hair in a t-shirt in the video description box below. Another way that you might be unintentionally breaking your gray hair is by pulling it too tightly when you pull it back into a ponytail or bun. Doing this can cause thinning or breaking of hair at your hairline, and since many women in menopause are already experiencing hair loss, it's best to avoid doing anything that will make that hair thinning worse. A better solution is to pull your hair back and to leave some loose hair at the front. This will really reduce the impact up here, and then when you secure your elastic back here, just make sure it's not too tight. Obviously that kind of ponytail works best if you have a haircut that has face framing layers. You also always want to make sure to use an elastic that doesn't have metal clips on it. I like to use ones like this made by Best Room. And if you wear your hair up frequently, make sure you vary where you place your elastic so you don't create weak spots in your hair. And never ever pull wet hair into a ponytail. Wet hair is too fragile for that. Now, speaking of wet hair, even though I've been guilty of doing this myself, it's best to avoid sleeping on wet hair. The friction caused by your wet hair dragging along your pillowcase can cause breakage, split ends, and frizz. Sleeping on wet hair can also make your pillowcase a breeding ground for bacteria and fungi, which can lead to fungal infections on your scalp, and that definitely doesn't sound like a good time. Instead, even if you're tired, make sure you air dry or blow dry your hair. Your hair will thank you for it. Now, this one's a big one. In fact, it might be the biggest bad habit that we all need to break, and that is overusing hot tools or using them incorrectly. Hot tools can be the worst for your gray hair when used too frequently or used incorrectly, because they can burn your gray hair, which will leave permanent yellow streaks that can only be removed by cutting them out. You can temporarily cover up yellowing with purple toning products, but it's best to avoid it in the first place. A lot of women with gray hair make the choice to stop using hot tools altogether. I did that myself for a while, but there are some times when I just really want to use my blow dryer or my styling wand, and I know a lot of you feel the same way. Here's how to do it safely. Always use a UV plus thermal protectant product on your hair before you begin heat styling. The one I like is Scene Blowout Cream, but there are many other great ones on the market. Only use hot tools that have adjustable temperature controls, and if possible, try to find hot tools that can't go any higher than 365 degrees. I try to keep my hot tools at or below 200 degrees because my hair is fine and very prone to heat damage, but some people's hair can withstand a little bit more heat. If you're not sure how hot your tools are, you can buy one of these handy infrared thermometers to double check the temp. I'll put instructions for how to check the temperature on your flat iron, blow dryer, and curling iron in the video description box below. Another important thing to do is to constantly move the heat source. Don't let it linger on certain sections of your hair, and make sure you try not to do more than 6 passes on each section. Now, this is important. If you get a salon blowout, make sure you ask your stylist to do the same. Most stylists have not been trained how to properly care for gray hair, and I have left a salon with singed hair in the past, and believe me, it is not a great look. Speaking of stylists, do not ever, under any circumstances, get your hair toned, gray blended, or highlighted by an inexperienced stylist. I've been blogging about gray hair since 2018, and you would not believe the number of women in my Facebook group who've had their naturally silver hair ruined by an inexperienced stylist. The majority of these women had to start their entire gray hair transition all over again because there was no way to fix the mess that had been made of their gray hair. If you need a stylist you can trust, I highly suggest you head on over to my free global gray hair salon directory. It's full of stylists who have been recommended by your fellow Silver Sisters. And if you have a stylist that you really love, please make sure to let me know in the comments so I can add them to my directory. As always, even if you find a stylist in my own directory, make sure you call first and interview them a little and see before and after photos and read reviews before you book your session. Now, if your hair is already fully gray and you just want to add a little dimension to it, here's a safer alternative to highlights or lowlights that works really well, and it's temporary, so you don't have to worry about staining your hair. Silver Ring's Borderline Optical Hairline Filler. It's a great product. You can use the dark one to create lowlights in your white or light colored gray hair, and you can use the white one to make highlights in your darker gray hair with zero risk of permanent damage. All you have to do is brush it on the pieces of hair that you want to highlight or lowlight, and it washes out. I mean, there's no risk. Now, here's a bad habit that is especially easy to fall into during the summer months: not protecting your gray hair from the sun or from chlorine. If you don't protect your gray hair from the sun, you can end up with permanent yellow streaks. With chlorine, on the other hand, your hair might turn yellowish, it might turn greenish, and it's usually temporary, but you will need specialized products to remove those tints from your hair. The one that I use the most is the Quicksilver Hair Clay Kit, but I've also been told that the Paul Mitchell Shampoo 3 is great to use to remove chlorine staining from your hair. To avoid staining your hair in the first place, if you're going outside in the sun, make sure you always coat your hair with a UV protectant and wear a UV protectant hat as well. Now, if you hate wearing hats, which I get, then still use the UV protectant on your hair and then spray it with an SPF spray. The one I like is Coola Mist. Avoiding chlorine damage is pretty simple as well. I moved into a house with an in-ground pool last summer, and all I did was thoroughly rinse my hair before and after I went swimming. It worked beautifully. Now, staining isn't the only thing that can rob your gray hair of its natural beauty. Sometimes it's something as simple as a dirty hairbrush that's stealing your shine. Product buildup on your hairbrush can actually transfer back onto your gray hair and dull it over time, so you need to clean your hairbrush at least twice a month. If you want to know exactly how to do that and which hairbrush is the easiest to clean, I actually covered that in one of my recent videos. So make sure to stick around, and at the end of this video, I'll share that one with you. Now, before we move on to the other bad habits, I'd like to ask you a favor. If you found this video helpful, fun, or informative so far, would you please hit the like and subscribe button and also hit the little notification bell? It really helps my channel, and I really appreciate it. Thanks so much. Now, back to our bad habits, and the next one catches a lot of women off guard. Be cautious using colored products on your gray hair. Color from hair products and even fabrics like hair accessories or pillowcases can stain your naturally silver hair. So it's best to stick to clear or white shampoos, conditioners, styling products, and hair oils. That's part of the reason I prefer to use products made by gray-haired women for gray-haired women, because they know what our hair needs. You should also be very cautious when experimenting with temporary color depositing products too. A lot of women assume that because something is temporary, it's safe. But gray hair tends to be porous, which means it absorbs pigment differently than bleached hair or colored hair. Now, some women can use temporary color products without any problem, but many others end up with permanent staining that they cannot remove except by cutting it out. Now, some of you might remember a few years back, there was a popular YouTuber who had the most beautiful white hair. She was gorgeous, and one day she decided to experiment with rose gold color depositing conditioner. Instead of getting the result that she wanted, she ended up with patchy pink hair. And nothing she tried, including some ill-advised DIY experiments, could bring her hair back to what it once was. She got so disgusted with it that she eventually went back to coloring her hair. The lesson? Always do a strand test first. Don't take any chances with your beautiful natural hair. Now, I've saved the worst for last: smoking. If you smoke, I'm sorry, but it is absolutely the worst thing you can do for your gray hair. Nicotine and tar deposit directly onto your hair shaft, which causes discoloration. Smoking also reduces blood circulation to your scalp, which weakens your follicles and can accelerate hair loss. And of course, the smell clings to your hair, which is something you definitely don't want. Now, avoiding these bad habits is half the battle. The other half is building the right routine. Click on over to my next video where I share 9 simple habits you can add to your hair care routine that will leave your gray hair looking super bright and shiny.